All right, so this is a 2008 Lexus IS 250 all-wheel drive, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the rehab on this one. If you're new, my name is McNeil and I'm the owner of Louison Auto. Now, first of all, this one has a little bit of a tighter suspension and lower profile tires, so you can really feel the road on this one. So this video is going to be a little bit jumpy and shaky. That's just because it's happening in real time, and that's just the road and the hard tires on this car. But it does drive well for 2008. So in terms of rehab, I bought this vehicle obviously on Open Lane app, which is where all dealers have to get the cars right now anyway. There was no disclosures about any exhaust issues or anything of that sort, but it was sold as is. Most of the cars on trade rev, based on the kilometers in the year, this one's an 08, it would be as is anyway, so it wasn't as is car. Mechanically, it runs well. Engine transmission feels good, the brakes feel solid, but the only issue I was getting was a sound from the exhaust. So we put it in the shop, lift it up, and knowing my luck, the exhaust for this car is super expensive. So over the years, the previous owner was just constantly doing patch-up jobs. Wherever he can, he put a clamp on, he welded, whatever. It was broken so many places, and it had so many patch-up jobs that the best course of action was to replace the entire thing. Regardless of how you research the exhaust for the system, because it includes the cat, it is basically easily over $1,000 job, and that's why the person was patching it up. So I decided to go all out, and I replaced the entire exhaust system with the cat all the way back. I was able to save the O2 sensors, thankfully, to kind of keep the budget down, because sometimes those O2 sensors get stuck in the exhaust and it's really hard to take it out, and you have to buy a new one if you damage it taking it out. But I have no engine lights on so far. It seemed to have worked well. It came out perfectly fine. There was also a little bit of rust under the vehicle, so I did a little bit of undercoating the spray, since I had to take the exhaust off anyway. We did a little bit of painting under there to kind of protect everything, and because of that rust, there was on the back right suspension, I don't even know what you call that, is some kind of suspension piece that was just completely rusted out. It was not available aftermarket. I had to get it from Lexus. I got it, put it in, and painted under the car. So this car is basically done, rehab, detailed, and ready for sale. So that was a quick but expensive rehab, because the exhaust was expensive, even if it was quick. Now there is a however. When you buy a car that's 2008, or maybe it's a newer car but higher mileage, your rehab is not just done on your first inspection. You got to drive that car a little bit, and then you can see what happens. I'm making this video now, but this car was rehabbed a while ago, maybe a week ago, and now I'm driving the car. I can hear, in spite of the hard suspension and the low profile tires, I can hear something finally going in the front. Could be like the links. Now on first test drive, I was not hearing that, but maybe the car had been sitting for a bit, but now it's driving, more problems can present itself. So that's why it's wise to kind of drive those cars as best as you can. I know if you have lots of inventory, you can't drive it all, but if you could rotate the cars and every day or every other day drive a different car, so you could get a sense of what issues they have, you could resolve them before you give it to your customer. So this one, it looks like it might have to go back into the shop to double check the stabilizer links on it, but beyond that, it's a great car. I mean, back in 2008, this was the shit. So I'm happy with this purchase. It is still going to be a little bit pricey for a average 2008 vehicle, but it's a Lexus with about 159,000 kilometers. So you can look at the walk around of the final rehab, how the car looks now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I'll catch you in the next one. Old car. So yes, if you look very closely, you may still see a couple of small imperfections like I show on that back bumper. But I mean, guys, 2008, 15-year-old car, you know, cut me some slack here. There's a little bit of salt peeling on the back rim. However, professionally detailed. Car is super clean. Sunroof, leather, heated seats, good upgraded sound system, cruise control. It's a pretty decent car. So this is what it looks like in the end. If you're interested in buying this car, check us out. Call me 416-241-1862.